Now, what we need to do, go back to the scenario. Yeah, here it is. Now we have some notes over here. Okay, look at notes and look at the material. See, it's projected travel increasing. So how much is it is increasing? 764. Oh, yeah, 764 minus 670. What we will get 94 divided by 670. It's increasing divided by 101 we'll get 0.43%, 43% increase. Whoa. Whereas our net profit 81 minus 65 divided by 65 is
4.6.
one zero divided by 1510. It's increasing by barely, just 10 million. So that's it. Note one, revenue includes passenger tickets, which account for approximately 85% of revenue. When customer books a cruise, they require to pay a refundable 20% deposit, which is recognized as deferred revenue. The balance of 80% is paid at least 6 weeks before the cruise commences, and that point is also recognized as deferred revenue. The full amount of the ticket price is transferred to revenue when the cruise starts, irrespective of the duration of the cruise. The remaining 15% of revenue, yeah, the remaining 15% is derived from onboard sales of food, drinks, entertainment, and other items to passengers. Management monitor as revenue from closely as it achieves a high gross profit margin, and staff are encouraged to maximize the sales to customers. Revenue is represented as a segmental basis in the notes to the financial statement, which segment based on three brands of the group, as you can see uh, over here: 320, 180, 264, 280. What will say group revenue is projected to increase by 14% in the year. In the year, right? The segmental information shows overall increase can be analyzed as how much revenue from Sun Seeker Cruise 11.1%, revenue from cruise name Explorer decreased by 5.3%. Pioneer Cruise increasing by 37.5%. Different trends for right there is a potential risk that revenue has been misclassified between the between segments. For example, Explorer could be understated. Is projected to increase by 43.6% in the year, and PBT is projected to increase by, that is profit before taxes, projected to increase by 24.6% in the year. As stated earlier, revenue is projected to increase overall by 14%. Right. The increase in profit appear out of line with increase in revenue and could indicate that expenses are understated or misclassified. That's it. For this, again, we are now got 3 marks as well. So far we get 15 marks, right, out of 26. Now let's move On the next part, that number two, operating licenses are required for the Pioneer cruise ships to visit. Certain licenses are amortized over the specific period to which each license relates. Okay, so let us write on this as well. Operating licenses. The group operating license are material to the financial statement, which is 3.1% of group total assets. Got it? It is appropriate that license are recognized as intangible assets and they are amortized according to specific useful life. However, on an audit risk due to possible impairment of some or all of these licenses, which arises due to possible impairment. Sorry, which arises due to, oh, sorry. What happened? Yeah, which arises due to government withdrawn license from some countries where Pioneer operates. So far, that's it. We got two more, and total we got 17. Then next part is onboard sales. Onboard sales of food, drink, and entertainment. Uh, account for almost 15% of revenue. There is a risk that it is a reportable segment, but projected operating segment does not disclose it separately. Okay. Now, according to IFRS 8, an operating segment is a component uh, is a component of an entity that engages in business activities from which it may earn revenue and incur expenses whose results should be uh, whose result is regularly reviewed by chief operating decision maker. Okay, and for which this create financial information is available, which seems to be case in this instance. There is a risk of incomplete disclosure of revenue by reportable segments, right? So far, so good. Again, we got how much? What we will say further? Revenue recognition. What we will say further? An audit risk arises in relation to timing of revenue recognition. It is appropriate that customer deposits are recognized as what? Deferred revenue when they are received. It is according to IFRS 15, which requires that revenue is recognized when performance obligation is satisfied. However, group policy, uh, okay, group policy of recognizing all revenue from a ticket sale is with the principle of IFRS 15 because group is performing its obligation over time, which may be as long as 6 week period for some cruises, as long as 6 week for some cruises. It's a problem of cutoff means recognition of all revenue at start could result in overstated revenue and understated life. So again, we get in this part 2 marks. Now, for further, what we need to do, we need to look at the next part for the scenario. And so far, we got 22 marks. Now we will look at the last part. Shifts in use, blah blah blah. Extract from the audit team meetings, result from development, and cyber attack security. Yes. Last month, the group suffered a cybersecurity attack in which the personal information of 1,400 customers, including their credit card details, were stolen. According to an group internal audit team, had not properly assessed the risk related to cybersecurity, which is requirement of recently introduced data protection legislation in jurisdiction in which group operates. The issue which led to cybersecurity attack has now been resolved. Last part, cybersecurity attack. The recent cybersecurity attack highlight that internal controls are deficient within group. Even though this problem has now been rectified, if the group internal audit team had not properly identified or responded to these cyber security attacks, there could be other areas including financial reporting, which are deficient, leading to control risk. Further, the situation could also indicate groups, corporate governance, group's corporate governance weakness, group corporate governance arrangement weakness. For example, if the audit committee is not appropriately. Discharging its discharging its responsibilities regarding regards to internal audit. Regards to internal audit. Right. So that's it. That's the solution. We got the 2 more marks, and 2 marks will be awarded for presentation. That's it. I hope you get it.